So welcome everybody. Today we're going to talk about what it is, what the options are for becoming a member of the photo managers, whether you want to look at photo manager in training or becoming a professional photo manager. And so I'm going to explore both levels, and I'll leave plenty of time for Q&A, and then we'll also leave time to show you what the special because everybody needs a special opportunity. People really want to have an opportunity to get a special deal. So again, sorry for a little bit of confusion. I'm trying to drive the boat and answer the questions and let people in at the same time. So it takes a little bit of skill, and we won't let people go on vacation again from my team so that this won't happen again. So, all right, so let's get started. So, again, we have two ways that you can join the photo managers, either as a pro who, you're somebody who knows you want to start a business, or our newer level is called the photo manager in training, which we created because over the years, we've gotten a lot of feedback. Like, how can I start a business organizing someone else's photos when my own photos aren't organized? Or I joined the photo manager to get my own photos organized, and I got overwhelmed by all the training and conversations with experienced members. Or I don't really even understand what a photo manager would really do. How do I know if this is for me? Or I just really want to get my own photos organized, and I've been trying, and I just really could use some help. So we're going to talk about the opportunities that each of those offer you. And so for you, my name is Cathi Nelson. I'm the CEO and founder of the Photo Managers. Started this organization 15 years ago. It's hard to believe. I'm also the author of 2 books, Photo Organizing Made Easy, going from overwhelmed to overjoyed, and then a business roadmap for professional photo organizers. But more importantly, those are all the great titles and things that you can put behind your name and stuff, is I'm really passionate about helping people tell their family stories through their photos, videos, and meaningful keepsake items. That's really what gives me my passion, and that's what I'm going to share with you a little bit more today. So before we jump into the difference, though, I always like to start and root us in the why. Why is this so important, right? Why is there a need for professional photo managers? Why are you even considering organizing your own photos? I often tell people that the idea of organizing photos can feel like, watching paint dry, right? There's nothing sexy or exciting about that. But that's because it's not focused on the why, right? Because in all those photos, we know there is a story, there's a memory, there's a connection, there's a feeling, there's historical information, there's so much more, right? We take photos and videos to tell the stories of our lives. All of us have a story to tell. Whether you're a business telling a story or a person telling a story, you have a story. We save our kids' artwork, right? Our baby's first shoes. We save a favorite blanket. We save our grandmother's treasure teapot, or the book where you have your recipes, maybe your mother's or your grandmother's recipes that are splattered with tomato sauce or something that have been passed down, right? We do that because it connects us to our history, it connects us to our family, it connects us to our memories. But today, right, we just have way too many of them. We have way too many printed photos, slides, and negatives from the past. They're trapped in fading photo albums, they're boxes and bins. Many people still have old home movies on formats they can't view anymore, like who owns a VCR anymore, or a camcorder? And our digital collections, forget it, they're just a mess. Once we put a camera into the phone, that became the newest camera. And gosh, it's amazing the quality of photos you can take with your iPhone. I mean, I was just on vacation and I have the newer iPhone, and it was just incredible, the quality of the photos I'm able to take. So nobody wants to weed through, right, all those photos to find the few that matter. And that is what professional photo managers do for their clients, or you do it for yourself, right? So again, this question, though, that people always ask is, how can I start a business organizing someone's own photos when my own photos aren't organized? And we always say, you can start a business without it. Many of our members joke about this, that they're so busy helping other people, they're getting behind. I actually hired a professional photo manager to help me last summer when my son was getting married. I really wanted to create the video montage of him as a baby growing up in the music, and then Kate as a baby, and then growing up in music, and then them meeting, the whole thing where there wasn't a tear, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. And there was no way I was going to get that done. I work full time. I run this organization. My photos are not in the condition that I know they should be. So I hired one of our members. And so you can start a business even if your own photos are organized. And it may be something that you'll get to, but it's not something you should really feel too bad about. A lot of people also say, I joined the photo managers to get my own photos organized, and I felt overwhelmed by all the training. And that's the reason why we now have these two different programs, because if you're interested in just getting your own family photos organized, you're going to approach this differently than you will as a professional helping others. And so we have the two career tracks now that you can kind of, that we'll talk about what the differences are. Because once you do it as a professional, then it means you're a business owner, right? And you need to collect, you need to get paid, and you need to set up invoicing, and you need to have a website. I mean, you don't have to, but you're going to want to have a website, all of these things. That there's a learning curve to that, especially if this is new to you and you've never had your own business. You've always thought about want to be your own business owner. And we have a lot of training and support on how to do that, but they're separate from if you just wanted to get your own photos organized. So here are the questions I want you to ask yourself as you listen to me and you think about which of these two programs is best for me. So answer true or false to yourself, right? My photos aren't organized, but I know for sure I want to start a business helping families and businesses tell their stories with their photos, videos, and keepsake items. True or false? I am unsure if I want to start a business, but I do know I want to get my own photos organized so I can share my family stories. I already have a business and I want to add photo organizing as a service, but I need training and pricing and workflows and operations. True or false? I'm looking to earn additional income part-time or full-time doing work that is meaningful and creative. True or false? I feel better knowing everything first before I'm comfortable telling people about what I do. So hopefully you've taken a minute to answer that. And if you answer is mostly true, then you're a perfect fit for the professional community. If your answers were more false, then you're going to belong in our photo managers and training program. If your answers were maybe on them, then again, as we go through this, you'll kind of probably hopefully find the place that you fit most. So when I talk about our photo managers in training, what that is a 1 year, we just started this in January, and we've had over 100 and I think 25 people now are enrolled in this program, of which probably 10 or so have upgraded to become pros. But it includes on-demand courses on printed and digital photo organizing, scanning, access to over 22 of our business building workshops, monthly email prompts, virtual work groups, monthly networking meetings, and all the support you need to decide if you're going to change your business. So with the interactive events is every month we have a co-working events where you can join together with other people from all over the world, and you just come on to Zoom. You have roundtable discussions. We have professionals, photo managers who manage that for us. And so it's a chance to get to know people, ask questions, share your successes and your frustrations in your business. It's really helpful to have that opportunity. Again, I mentioned our training library. We have digital photo organizing workflow, how to select a photo organizing system, how to, dedupe your photos, how to, all different things like that are included in the membership. Plus, we have exclusive discounts from many of our companies that partner with us. They have, they're excited to meet you, and they offer significant discounts on their products and things so that you get a chance to, earn some additional different ways to just get a discount. Who doesn't love a discount, right? And we also have a lot of support and accountability. We have checklists and things like that that'll keep you on track to help make sure that you keep doing that. Also, throughout the process, we'll have opportunities where you can upgrade to become a professional member. You can maybe sometimes, if we just recently did a whole program on genealogy. It was a webinar for our pros, and I realized, our photo management trainings would really gain something out of how to, start genealogy for yourself as a person, and then also maybe as a business. So a lot of times we're adding some of the professional opportunities into the photo manager and training. So the photo manager in training is a 1 year curriculum. You start, it's one price. It's $299. It's you'll get an email every week. Every month you have your interactive events. You have all our training. You have the support. You have all the discounts, and you have the additional courses, the printed photo organizing course, and also how to scan slides and negatives. So that's all included in that 1 year program. Now, if you're thinking more on the professional level, that is cost is a little bit more investment, but we have a significantly greater resources for you. We kind of call it, what we like to think of is we're giving you a business in a box. We don't really send you a box. We do send you my book, Photo Organizing Made Easy. We do send some things, but not, but everything is online and accessible to you whenever that you need it. So this is the core part of the organization. And the reason why we have so many members and people who have been members for years and years is education, right? And it is changing. I mean, I can't believe how fast technology is changing. For instance, we know that Mac is coming out with probably the biggest change to their Photos operating system than that they have ever done. We have a couple real deep Mac geniuses in our community, and we already have a webinar scheduled in early November that will teach you all the changes that are going to happen. So so you're ahead of your customers, right? Because the clients, if you have, or even yourself, you just can't keep up. It's just a lot. So education is a big part of what we do. We do that through monthly training webinars. All our past training webinars are included in our archive library, and somebody told me we needed to count how many are in there, but it's well over 100 or more. And it's all done by themes and things, so you can quickly find something that you're looking for. We also have what we call our core curriculum. So organizing your clients' printed photos is a course that's, when you're organizing another person's photos other than your own, you're going to do it differently than if it was your own photos. And so Sandra Williams is is our expert photo organizer who taught that course. The building blocks of digital photo organizing, that's the basics too. Do you understand what a JPEG is, a PNG file? What are different file sizes? What does resolution mean? All of those kind of things that you're really going to want to know. We also have the Photo Organizing Business Foundation course. So like I mentioned earlier when we first started, is if you're new to having a business, then it can feel overwhelming. And we learned that over the years. So we put together this 13-week, but you can do it much faster than 13 weeks, program where we take you through all the steps, like how do you set up an LLC? When do you need a a website? How do you find your first clients? How do you know how much to charge? How do you send an invoice? All of those things that are around the process of being in business. We also have the course, How to Scan Photos, Slides, and Negatives, and then Printed Photo Organizing Made Easy. So that's all included right away in your membership. We also have, what we're really proud of is our professional certification. This has been in place from the beginning. It's the only way that you can be listed on our public-facing website. It is a self-paced program that you're going to go through. We're in the process of updating it, but right now, I mean, it's still very relevant. It's really best practices, so you really understand what DPI should I be scanning at? How do I deal with confidentiality issues, right? How do I deal with copyright issues? All the things that are really important. And then you go through the process of documenting. You create a client project from start to finish. You document that whole process. You submit that to us. We check your references. We call and check, with the person that you give us as a reference. And at that point, you have an interview with me, and then you become certified. It can take some people 3 to 4 months. It takes some people 2 to 3 years. We're not looking at how long it takes you, but it is something that's really important and that we're really proud of, and it's made a big difference for the industry. We also have newer certifications that we put into place that we're going to be, where I realize we don't even have them on our website, but we have a legacy certification program that we have just launched, because legacy storytelling has become really important, and helping people tell their legacies, and we needed specific training on that. And then also privacy. We have a whole certification on understanding privacy issues for you and for your clients. And we have more we're adding on a regular basis. So depending on your areas of interest, you're going to be able to kind of narrow in and become more, skilled in certain areas. Again, we have significant partners and discounts, significantly more than we have with the photo manager in training. We have members, companies coming to us all the time. Many of these companies have also created their own certification programs, like Mylio Photos. Maybe some of you are here because you've met us through Mylio. They have a certification program for photo organizers. And once you go through their certification, they list you on their website. They direct clients to you. They collect the money and pay you. We're finding that happening more and more and again, though, these are things that you would build towards. You're not going to just jump in and do all this at once, but there's a lot of options like that available in membership. So what's included in professional membership? It's like a business in a box. The community, though, if you ask our members what's the number one reason they stay in a membership and what they love most about the photo managers, is we believe 2 things. A rising tide lifts all boats, and we're collaborative, not competitive. So the community is what makes all the difference. Members ask each other questions on our private Facebook page every day. If I went in there right now, there's probably 15 questions have been asked, and people are just so happy to share their expertise because everybody knows something. And so you're never really alone. And what I mentioned also about education, our partnerships, our certification. We have an annual conference. It'll be in San Diego in April. I was just working on our call for speakers. We have a fall conference we always do around how to, price yourselves, understanding money and marketing, different things like that. We do, again, we have the same kind of ways that members can get together. Once you join, you'll be added to your regional group. So we divide the country and the world up by regions. In fact, our EU group is having their second conference meetup in Amsterdam in October, and our Australia group is getting ready to have their first meetup in next fall. So it's, you'll be immediately connected with people in your region, and they have monthly, it's all run by volunteers, but they meet once a month via Zoom. And that really makes a difference in feeling a sense of connection to the community itself, and also to meet other members who have different levels of experience so that you can get to know each other. And it makes a huge difference in people's businesses by having that opportunity. You can view the membership comparison on our chart on our website. If you can grab that QR code, or you can, do the photo managers /compare-memberships if you want to just get a better idea of than me talking so quickly through this whole process. So our goal is to guide you towards your goal. So that's why we wanted to put this together. So if you want an organized photo collection for your family and friends, for yourself and your family and friends, maybe just join the photo manager and training level to get started. But if you want a business earning income, then you want to start at the professional level. Now, we also have an amazing YouTube channel. We've been working hard on building this YouTube channel over the past year. You can please subscribe. You can jump on there through that QR code, or just go to the photo managers. Every month, I interview a different photo manager on how we call it career advice from a pro. And I ask the same 5 questions. How did you get started? What do you love about your job? What don't you like about your job? How do you find your clients? And how has membership with the photo managers been helpful to you? That's a rich resource. They're about 20-25 minutes. So if you want to hear from real photo managers on everything from families doing it together as a family, solo entrepreneurs, just getting started, scanning only, home movie convert, all sorts of topics. It's just different members from all over the world. You can go there. And then also we have a lot of just basic good YouTube videos. Save Your Photos Month is something that we sponsored. The photo managers came up with the concept. It's the entire month of September. We'll also have a significant number of great courses, YouTube live events twice a week throughout the entire month of September. So there's lots of opportunities for you to learn and also hear from other members if you check out the YouTube channel. Oops. Let's see. And come on. Why is my clicker not working? Okay, there we go. Now, I mentioned we would do a special because you know what I've learned over the years that people really need sometimes a little push. I love to, who doesn't like a bargain? So every month I try and think of, different things that could bring you value. This year, it's called our back to school special. It'll expire on August 27th. So I give you 2 full weeks because I know how busy August can be. If you're ending vacations, kids are starting school, September's coming, it can feel like crazy, right? So if you join the photo managers in training, you'll be rented in a Nix play frame valued at $299. 2 winners will be chosen by August 31st, and we'll ship those to you. I love my Nix play frame. It's a digital photo frame. We have a great relationship with them. If you join the professional membership, we know that our conference, we have amazing breakouts taught by our professional members. These were the 3 most popular from last year. And it is how to use a CRM to generate sales, build loyal fans, and grow your business. So that's a customer relations tool. So you'll start the reason you get lots of emails, right, is every company uses emails and social media, and there's tools to do that if you didn't know that. Also, creative ways to celebrate a person's life before and after they die. This whole legacy concept is really growing. We have many members who are really focusing in on that kind of support. This is Bonnie Hillman Shea did this program. It's wonderful, and it's just something that's just a great breakout to have. And then there are so many different photo organizing platforms that you can get overwhelmed. Do I use Lightroom? Do I use Mylio? When do I use Permanent, Dropbox, Google Photos? So here's a great survey based on what your needs are. And so those are included in membership. That'll be included if you join in the next 2 weeks. Otherwise, you have to purchase those separately. So that is the end of my presentation. Now I am going to stop sharing my screen and allow you to go ahead and answer any questions that we have in the chat. So again, I'm going to drive the bus and do both at the same time. So let's see. Arlene asked, the Getting Started in Business course, is that included? That is included in the professionals. It's not included in the photo manager in training, because it wouldn't make sense necessarily to have put that there, because the photo manager in training was created kind of as a way for people who just want to dip their toe in the water and they know they want to get their own photos organized. They're just debating on whether they want. We do not charge you extra, so we will prorate your membership. So people have, 6 months in, they say, okay, I'm ready to switch. And then we have a chart because you paid $2.99, and we look on the chart after 6 months, what's the difference in the price? So you're not going to pay twice. You can access the Zoom on replay. We will be sending an email in 2 days from now. It's scheduled to go out because we send this recording to our editor, and he takes out the beginning part where I was chatting and things like that. And then also we do this every month. And so if you look at the YouTube channel, I'm sure we have past recordings, but the special for August is unique to August. So other questions? You're a quiet group if you don't have any other questions, or I did a good job explaining everything. You mentioned people taking years. Is that because they're busy with clients or they are hobbyists? It's been both, believe it or not. I've been amazed at some of the really experienced members that have suddenly become certified, and they're surprised too. They just never got to it. They got so busy that they just never got to it. But a lot of times it's the hobbyist, probably more than any reason why they take time. It's not a priority to them because of the process of documenting the client project from start to finish. So again, it's optional. But it is, if you're serious about your business, you want to be certified. Arlene, the pro price, it's either $175, we charge $175 a quarter, or you can save some money by $599 for the year. That's the pro price. Is the way to get more of a feel of what the day-to-day job, let's go quickly by me, job would be before laying down significant money for training and membership. Heather, again, watch those, go to that YouTube channel and watch the presentations that people had. I mean, the day-to-day is going to vary based on what services that you are going to provide people. And it's really a minimal investment. Honestly, compared to starting other businesses, it's members, you'll earn back your membership pretty quickly if you're serious about having a business. People have a real need for these services. And again, but it's definitely a decision of deciding, the day-to-day. And are you looking at doing this part-time, or are you looking to do it full-time? So if you gave me some insight there, I can give you a little information, maybe more, but that would be the best way, I think, to do that. There are so many courses. Yes, Colleen, and we do a new member orientation the last Friday of every month. And the first thing I tell you is only watch the courses when you need them. If you're the type of person who wants to know everything beforehand, you're going to get overwhelmed. It's like a fire hose of information. So even though we offer all of those, if you don't have a client that needs printed photo organizing, do not watch the printed photo organizing course. You want to gain the information and the skills when you have the need for it. Otherwise, it's going to be too much. At least if you're like me, I can't hold all that information in my brain. So you'll want to decide what it is that you want to get started with. Now, a lot of people say, I don't know what I want to get started with, but maybe a lot of times it's what your first client is. If you put it out there on your local, personal Facebook page, or you start telling family and friends, I'm going to do this. And most people report to us, they right away get people saying, oh my gosh, I need you. Maybe they say, I have boxes of old photos that I need scanned. Okay, then you're going to start probably with scanning. And in time, you're going to decide, we always say, do what you love and outsource the rest. But at first you tend to start, being a jack of all trades. And then eventually members start to really narrow in on what it is they find that they enjoy the most. So Colleen, that's a great question. And we do try to mirror that out to you. And we also have a mentoring program in place and things like that. So as you get further in. Any tips on getting first clients so one can test the ideally to earn more doing this? Just want to make sure I can be successful first. Yeah, Lisa. Well, like I mentioned, I don't know where you live, but I think if you put it out there, hey, are you overwhelmed with your photos on your phone? Or do you have boxes of photos in your basement or attic, or old photo albums? Or do you have home movies on VCR tapes that you'd like to see? There's this growing profession called professional photo organizers. I'm thinking of starting a business doing that in our community. What are your thoughts? People love to share their thinking on things and then see what kind of response you get. I know my son does this full time. It's been 2 years now. He certainly grew up around it, but he went on and did something completely different. And the other day, or it was like 3 weeks ago, for the first time, he kind of hit a wall. Like he didn't have any clients and he panicked a bit and he made me panic. But then he got back out of social media and now he's drowning in work again. So it's amazing how quickly your business can grow back up again. So he's got lots of home movie conversion, scanning projects happening right now. Another big client base is also downsizing seniors. I just did an intake call from a woman on Martha's Vineyard who has 7 decades of stuff that she needs to move out of her house because she has to move. And she's overwhelmed. I was able to walk her through the process, and that's not uncommon as well. All right, let me just see. Does the business membership include certification? Yes. What are some examples of areas to specialize in, Christine? Okay, there's really 4 areas that people, maybe 5, but there's scanning. The first thing, the most obvious and kind of the easiest entry in is scanning, is basically scanning. For a small amount of money, you could start with the Epson Fast Photo, like the high-speed scanner, and a good flatbed scanner. You'll probably eventually move to camera scanning, but you can get started with those basic tools. And people charge, anywhere from 55 to 90 cents a print, and it goes up pretty quickly from there. Home movie conversion, we don't recommend you jump in and start out with that. We do have a course coming in that, but you can outsource that, and it's a way for you to make additional money. But everybody's got old movie camcorder tapes. A lot of members are jumping in and doing that right off the bat. Digital photo organizing, if you're good with digital, then that's a great deduplicating, merging people's their libraries, merging their printed photos into their library is a whole big market. Making photo books is another big key area. A lot of members just focus on making photo books. So again, those are kind of the key areas. The chicken or the egg, Sherry, honestly, I think you should do the egg first, right? I think you need to know what the job is that you're going to get first. Most people it's not an emergency rush. So I think, in my opinion, we recommend that you purchase the things that you need as you need them. Even classes, for instance, we have an entire really deep dive on how to really become, if you want to become a Mac, only work in the Mac ecosystem. There is a great course there. It does cost more, that many of our members have invested in, that Paul does, because that's what they've decided they really want to work in. But if you don't have a lot of Apple clients, maybe all your clients are PC, or you decide that you don't want to do digital, you don't want to purchase a portion, you don't want to become a pro in Apple Photos right off the bat. So again, you want to see what it is that your first client needs you to do. Arlene said, I went to hard copy first because I'm a bit of a Luddite, but the digital is important, so I'd need to learn. Yeah, Arlene, well, you know what? Your customer base is probably right there along with you then. And so you start with what you know, and then you will learn. That one of the things I didn't do in this presentation, but I always say there are 3 key factors that we know what indicates success. One is, are you curious about people, stories in their history, right? You have to be, because you're going to hear it. I mean, this call I took with this woman yesterday, I don't do that anymore, but she was a friend of somebody and she was having a really hard time. And I said, I'll work with her. I was fascinated by her life story. I mean, I didn't want to hang up the call after like 20, 25 minutes, because I really enjoy hearing about what she had, what her problem was, and really thinking it through with her. And so that's a key factor. Also, a willingness to learn new technology, even if it scares you. You're going to be scared by new technology, but we've got your back, but you have to be willing to take that risk. So even though you're a bit of a Luddite, it said, I need to learn it. The fact that you wrote that's really exciting. If you felt like, I don't want to learn new technology and I'm overwhelmed and I'm just going to run away, then that's not a good indicator for success, because technology is here. It's part of our world, and we work really hard to help everybody. And everybody will tell you that they've panicked. So you're going to be in a really supportive community around that. And their customers, your family, friends, all the people around you desperately need somebody to help them with this stuff, because it's overwhelming. Do you have to have a Mac if you plan? No, we have many members who are PC only, or you can eventually learn Mac, but we have that question all the time. I'm only on a PC. That's fine. Stay in the PC world. You can say, I only work with clients in the PC world. Can your first documented client be a friend or family? Can that count towards certification? They have to be a paid client. It's we didn't want certification to come from friends and family because, of course, they're going to give you a great reference and things like that. So it does need to be a outside. It can be a friend or family as long as they are paying you and you're billing them. And we ask for you to show us your billing and things like that. Will you be at NASM? Yes, Megan, I am going to be at NASM. I'm excited. I'm going to bring an Epson fast photo scanner with me and some digital Nixplay digital photo frames because I realize you have to see that. I realize that's something that, so for those who don't know, that's the National Association of Senior Move Managers. This woman that I talked to yesterday desperately needs a senior move manager. And it's great that I know senior move managers because we could help her with the photo piece, but she needed more than just that. What setting do you use to scan? We recommend starting, Brenda, at 600 minimal DPI is best practices in our opinion for photo scanning, and slides and negatives are at much higher DPI. Arlene said, I watched the scanning webinar last week with the digital camera, so that's where I'd like to start. Oh, is that a course included? No, we don't. That's that would be worth investing in. If you want to jump into camera scanning, then it's so worth investing in the course because there's a lot to learn. The paid courses that we have we hire our members who are experts and they get the money from teaching those courses as well because they've put a lot of time and effort into doing a really good job with the course. What model of the Epson Fast Photo? I don't know if there's more than one model of the Epson Fast Photo. The one thing with the Epson Fast Photo is not meant to be, it will frustrate you in time. You have to make sure that you dust and clean your photos carefully because eventually there can get dust on the sensors and you'll have some streaking. So we recommend that it's a good starting tool, but the Epson Fast Photo was not created by Epson to be the workhorse that you're going to need when you're doing, 5 or 6 pen different clients. That's why that idea of moving to camera scanning, that's what most people move to, but it's a better way to just get your foot in the door. I've talked to Epson about that. They know that. And there are no other scanners. In fact, most of the scanning companies are discontinuing all scanners, which is just crazy, which is another reason why there's an amazing opportunity for this business because most people still have not digitized most of their things. And there's something really special about not mailing all your photos away to a strange company. It's, we talk about white glove service, pick up and drop off. I know my son is doing a bunch of Civil War, or maybe World War II letters. And the second time the client has given him a big bouquet of flowers because she's just so thankful for the work that he's doing. So your clients will be really thrilled and thank you for the work that you do. What is the best way to digitize scanner cell phone? Not a phone. We love the folks at PhotoMine. That's a big scanning app, but it will not do the quality of scanning that a client will be paying you to do. You should be using a scanner or a digital SLR camera that's set up and it's and you can go look that up on a YouTube video and get an idea. But we do not recommend as a profession to be using your phone. If you're just doing it for yourself, I mean, many people want to just do it that way, but it's still not going to be the highest quality. It's night and day, the difference in the quality of a scan. All right. Great questions. Any more? Do you use a color management system? Our members do use quite a bit of color management systems, and that's where there's so much conversation about whether you use Photoshop or Topaz or, there's lots of different things out there. Also, workflow, we use this term a lot. What's your workflow? So to make a good living at something or to make money at something, right, you want to have duplicatable workflow so that every time you sit down, you're not thinking, oh my gosh, like, where do I start, right? And there are a lot of really great tools for professionals that the consumer doesn't know about. So there's a lot of tools that will expose you to. That you'll learn about. And I just met with some young, they're 2 guys, they're brothers, and their family digitized all their photos of their home movies. And the quality was so bad, they couldn't believe it. And they couldn't believe they couldn't see it on their iPhones. They just showed me a program that they are creating for the past like 5 or 6 months that is going to be revolutionize our members. It would never be a consumer, but when you're doing, it's going to break all those little home movies quickly into little short vignettes with the meta tagging and things like that. It's all using AI. I mean, so we're being exposed to lots of speed tools and things that, again, that you would use in your business that we can expose you to that the customer would never know about. Let's see. Great. Arlene, there is no code, so we'll just know when you sign up that anybody who signs up in these 2 weeks, we assume came through this. Do you suggest the customer keeps their photos once you are done digitizing them, they get rid of them? It's really up to the client, but most of our members also, you'll have a contract that you're going to have them sign, and we go through all of that because you want to protect yourself. You're going to take pictures of the photos that you're taking out of their home. You're going to make sure they sign off. Yes, this is, you have 5 boxes of this, 7 blue albums and things. Some people want to keep them, but most of our members have decided at this point that the client has to dispose of the photos. They won't dispose of them for them, just to save themselves any kind of regret that, a year from now, somebody could come back to them. So that's usually the way people handle that. There is no code, Ty, you're right. So just go ahead and sign up. All right, well, if I don't see any more come in, again, thanks so much for your time. Photo manager and training is the $299. You're kind of just want to get your feet wet. You can upgrade at any time. You just want to get your own photos organized and experiment with this. The photo manager professional level is you'll jump right in. Thank you as well, everybody. It's been a real honor and privilege. We have over 700 members throughout the world. It's a great community, and we're here for your success, and because you're making a difference not only for your own self, but also in the lives of the people who you're helping with these family stories and photos and the things that they care about. And with climate changes happening, and things are at risk, and a lot of things are happening in the world. So it's nice this is fun, happy work for the most part. So, all right, everybody, thanks for your time. Have a good rest of your day.